I'm Simon, and we're in Sheffield. You go out there then, guys. I'll get the bike out. These are just a game changer. No other cargo bike will go in a standard bike box. So it lives in a sort of secure bike parking box. We'll pull it out of that, get the kids on it, and we're away within 5 minutes of leaving the door normally.
Because it's a bit boring in the car.
We had an analogue cargo bike. Really good, really fun. Kids loved it, but they're 4 and 7 now, and my legs aren't strong enough to get them up a hill. So this is just brilliant. Makes life a lot easier. I think they gain quite a lot just from being out on the bike. So they're not bundled into a car straight out of the school gate and then bundled into a house to watch TV. You know, they've got half an hour out, and it's really easy then. We can pop over to the climbing centre in 5 minutes. Once you're sort of out on a bike, certainly with my kids, that's half the battle. Once you're out, they'll do anything.
Mum walks into a bar.
Ow. Well then, guys, what we wanted was something we could get the kids' seats on the back. So we've gone for the Urban Icky ones, so I can put my 2 on the back, like that. And that's them then on. But then as soon as they're off, I can fold those down. Off we go. I can cycle as I would do normally. I got this one on Cycle to Work, so it was £3,000 then the Cycle to Work, all the tax deductions, all the rest of it. So after tax, I think it works out something like 1,800 quid, which when you look at the bike you're getting for 1,800 quid, there's a lot of bike there. So for me, you've got the Turn and the new Trek cargo bike range in this sort of format, Longtail versus sort of the long front and back feet style. I don't really see what you gain from buying a more expensive bike. I don't think there's any massive win on performance. You're getting a different battery system, different motor. I don't think it's any better. This has got everything you need on it, and the collapsible stand makes it so easy to store. So this is great. I think you've actually got more features on this in some ways than the Turn. So even with no power, so I've got no power on at the moment, I can still pull away and ride it like a normal bike, which you can't do on a very big, heavy cargo bike. I think you've got to look at price on these, because these come in just under £3,000, which if you look across the cargo bikes, what you can buy for that, yes, Decathlon have one that's a very similar price, but that's hub-driven, chain-driven. It's not in the same league, and that might work for most people on a flat, no hills environment, but here, having the motor in the middle, the belt drive, and then the constant variable transmission at the back, just makes this bike so smooth to ride. It's just head and shoulders above the competition. And kind of with the Bafang and the CVT hub again, you've got that instant change of gear, so you're not stuck at traffic lights in the wrong gear, which, yeah, if you're a cyclist, you kind of know better than to do that, but like, this isn't just for me to ride, it's my wife to ride as well. You've got the Bafang motor, which is mid-drive, so the power's coming from the middle. You've got the belt, so I don't have to think about the belt. But the key is the we call constant variable transmission at the back. So it's not a traditional hub gear where you've got sun rings, planet gears. It's completely different technology. It changes on the fly, so when you're riding along, it changes smoothly. There's no clunk, change gear. Full power down all the time as you change gear. But then if you forget to change gear going up a hill, or you get stuck at a junction, one quick twist of the throttle to pull the throttle all the way up, and that's changed gear completely now, and I can set off without the juddering, without the wobbling, just straight on, change gear, and off we go again. So I can go from 30 mile an hour, stop at a junction, twist the throttle, and off at 2 miles an hour up a 1 in 3 hill. You can ride anywhere in the city on one of these, any hill. I've not found a hill that this will not go up with 2 kids on the back. We've got a clean air zone now, which I don't know if you saw my van. My van is not clean air zone compliant. It's a 25-year-old transporter. So this is allowed in the city, whereas a car isn't allowed in the city anymore. So hopefully that means more investment in cycling infrastructure. What I have found is I'm using the car a lot less. Got a couple of friends who are sort of 4 or 5 miles away, which is up some pretty big hills. Not too much to ride, but you know, go over, have a beer in the evening, just ride this back again. absolutely great. You know, 5 or 6 miles, not a problem. Whereas on a normal analogue bike, it's just that bit harder to do all those things. This isn't just an e-cargo bike, it's just an e-bike. It's just a brilliant bit of kit for getting around on. You jump on this and you kind of forget quite quickly that you're riding a cargo bike. Yeah, when you've got the weight on it, it's a bit cumbersome, but every bike is. But this, without any load on it, just feels like a normal bike. I was really surprised by the little handlebars, the small wheels. You can really nip around on this. This is not a big lump of 30, 40 kilo aluminium, but it sort of feels like it should be when you look at the spec on it. It rides like something that weighs 15 kilos. I mean, the motor helps, obviously. This isn't a cargo bike you just buy and then use while you've got kids. Because it's so compact and you ride it like a normal bike, I'll probably swap it over and put the crate storage on the back once the kids are too big to use it, and then just do the shopping. In terms of convenience at work, it's easier than driving, easier than walking, to be honest. You can't park your car at work, so this goes straight in the bike shed and I'm in. It's slick.